Settle Down Podcast.
You are listening to
the Settle Down Podcast
with your host, Sean Settles.
You just brought it up, and that was one of the questions on my list. What is your opinion on the marijuana issue in the state of Indiana, and how do you feel about it, and what would you like to see if you were elected governor?
Well, let me start with the last part of that. As governor of the state of Indiana, I believe that we need to first and foremost decriminalize and legalize cannabis, both medical and recreational. We definitely need to get medical cannabis in Indiana available for those who need it. We have veterans and people who have medical issues where they are prescribed dangerous, addictive opioids, because that's what the big pharmaceutical companies are providing. And medical cannabis has been blocked in Indiana for a long time, I think predominantly because the big pharmaceutical companies don't want the competition. So we definitely need to get medical cannabis in Indiana as soon as possible. And I believe that we also need to enact criminal justice reform that decriminalizes nonviolent cannabis-related offenses. We need to be able to let those folks who have been incarcerated for nonviolent cannabis-related offenses out. We need to expunge their records, and we need to make sure that people have the opportunity to proceed with their lives without that criminal stigma of a cannabis-related offense. So I think there's a lot that we need to do. I think there's a lot of misinformation and disinformation that gets spread about cannabis in Indiana, and we need to go about correcting those things and then bringing something into the economy that, here again, through the free market, will provide family farmers, manufacturing opportunities, retail opportunities, just an economic boom if we ever needed economic help in the state of Indiana, it's right now. So I am a big advocate for both, here again, the legalization and the decriminalization of cannabis.
Now, with the Libertarian Party, I've heard stuff as little as the legalization of marijuana, and then I've heard some of the extreme ones. Like you said, there's different flavors of Libertarian.
Absolutely.
Opening the floodgates for any kind of recreational drug. Where do you stand there when it comes to the state of Indiana?
Well, here again, I think we need to focus right now on cannabis. And as I've said, I'm a pragmatic libertarian. I'm not a fan of the opioid epidemic that has been created by the pharmaceutical companies. And I don't believe that we necessarily need to exacerbate a problem by trying to do something right now as extensive as have a discussion about, do we need to legalize other drugs? I think every situation needs to be addressed on its individual merits, and not just have a one size fits all. Let's make everything legal all the time, because here again, I believe that there are considerations as to when and how do things violate the non-aggression principle as a libertarian, and how do I make sure that I'm protecting people's rights without creating a scenario that could actually make things more difficult than better.